Years ago, I stumbled onto a whole new idea, and the greatest thing I've learned in my life is that one idea will always lead to another. Do you know, maybe you could find someone throughout history that an eggshell has affected their life as much as an eggshell has affected mine, but certainly nobody more. Today's a really special day for me. I've been chasing a dream now for 35 years of my life, and I wanted to do something to kind of commemorate the period of time between when all this started and now where we are 35 years later. It's been quite an adventure, to say the least, and it all started with an eggshell. 35 years ago today, on the Saturday before Easter in 1977, my kids were doing an annual family Easter egg decorating contest, and it was Dad's job to lose every year because I wasn't a very good artist, and so all I could do was paint them blue and green and yellow. And the kids this year were putting fancy patterns. They were doing the Russian design eggshells and getting a little fancier with their artwork every year. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden it dawned on me that I had a secret weapon that I could probably use to cut out the patterns those kids were painting on their eggshells, and this year I might actually one-up everybody and win. I couldn't stand it for a while. I just sat there and looked, and I just kept thinking, God, I think there's something here. I just couldn't resist. So finally I grabbed a couple of eggshells and ran over to the dental office and fired up my drill and touched an egg for the first time, and I was so startled. I just couldn't believe what I could do to an eggshell with an ultra-high-speed handpiece. And I've thought a lot about it over the years. If I had tried any other medium, I don't think it would have jarred me so much, but it just hit me so hard that I could cut it in any direction and not break it. So come along with me and let me show you a trick or two. So we don't ever take the life of a bird to carve one of our eggshells. We use the sterile eggshells instead, so they're, I think, perfectly legitimate, but there's just no canvas on earth like an eggshell. You could do this with the stencils and the patterns that we have, so that you could put a sticker on here and just trace it on and kind of learn that way. That's really helpful when you're getting started. But I've done this design so many times. I call this my gun lace because it's the same spiral we use on guns and knives, and that kind of traditional classical kind of look. And then I've got to have another spiral that kind of comes off and touches over there. Soothing music on in the Tabernacle Choir, but the main thing is you get to pick what you want. And now it's kind of a dream come true. You don't know very many dentists who found a way out of their professional career halfway through and chase an artistic dream. But it's worked really well for me. And no sleep therapy. I could sit and carve all night long and not even blink. Oh, I just enjoy it. The time just flies when I'm low. What am I going to do? Oh, that's going to come up here. Come up here and catch that right there. There you go. Got her all carved out. Looks like $1 million. 35 years of messing around with sculpted eggshells. Pretty amazing, but what a great hobby, and oh, has it been productive in my life. I only do commissions now, and I get considerably more than $100 a piece. Number one card in all the game of life and living is uniqueness. So the more you can go after that, search for that, watch for it, culture it, incubate it, trying to develop it. I spend most of my time coaching now, trying to encourage and inspire other people to find their own talent, discover it and develop it, master it and share it. There's just not much better than that. And so if you know what your talents are now, or you've not mastered them quite yet, then let's work on that. And then let me show you how to share it. There's just nothing better when you go out and mix with the marketplace and the world with your own individual talents and capacities. And it's fairly predictable. And I have a 7-step master's program to help you to go from amateur to the master of something, and I think it's the secret of life. I really do. I share something in my life now. For years I handed out prescriptions after prescriptions trying to help people deal with their pains and aches, and now all I hand out anymore is what I call a passionate prescription. People overuse the word passion all the time, and there's another level of passion when you start to master something. You get really good at it, and you don't have to ask anybody anymore if you're any good. You're starting to realize that you're just right at the peak of your whatever it is you're going after. And when that comes along, then eternity hands out what is true passion, which is the energy of the gods. There's just nothing like that fire within. You get that fire within burning, and then the odds don't matter, just like we talked about earlier. There's something really important going on in our I&E circle, and I invite you to come check us out a little bit more and keep in touch, okay? If we can help you get a fire burning, that's what we're all about now.